bumped into my big jug of protein powder, and that's what we're going to talk about. Hi, you guys. Good morning. It's morning for me, Saturday morning. I don't know about you, where you are, but if you're like me, and I know I am, it's morning. So, Colin, what time is it where you are? If you guys didn't know, Colin is down under, but he's not an Aussie. Colin, you're in New Zealand, right? So, okay, now, there are at least 16 things that I take every day. Remember in the previous video, I said there was like a dozen things in my elderly person's pill organizer. Now, by the way, this is how this is going to work. Get a piece of paper and a pen, and each thing that I show you, if you're currently taking that, you get a point. All right. So just, keep track of, international sign language for keeping track of your vitamins and meds. Whoever has the most points at the end of the video, wait. You don't win anything, but well, I counted them up and there's like at least 16 of them. Now, I thought it might be of value just to go through my meds, what they're for, and then all the vitamins and supplements that I take. Just informational, I'll try to keep this interesting and entertaining. Although it kind of comes naturally. I'm just naturally goofy. Now, what's the first supplement you guys take in the morning? Coffee, right? It's been studied and scientifically proven that it makes you a better person. You're less grumpy, right? After a couple of cups of coffee, you're like, okay, now we can. So, and I drink espresso, this stuff, just because it's really cheap and it's, I probably should not drink espresso. I'm naturally goofy enough without espresso, but, and I'm tempted to go off on a tangent, so I'm gonna. Do you guys remember a while back, I was talking about the tariffs and how I'm kind of freaking out, so I'm starting to stock up on stuff? Back then, this stuff was $2 and something. It's vacuum sealed. This lasts me for, I don't know, a 3 weeks maybe. So I bought like a dozen of these, at least. I stocked up. Well, I checked like a couple days ago, and now they're like 5 something. More than double the price. So if I was good at math, I could do it in my head and tell you how much I've saved because I stocked up, right? So, I'm just saying. All right, now, what goes in my coffee every morning? First thing is for my regular viewers, a scoop of fiber in there, just to, keep, you know what I'm talking about. Then I put probably a teaspoon of this in there, creatine. Now, this has been probably the most studied supplement ever. And this goes back 30 years ago when I was doing serious weightlifting, right? It's kind of known as kind of a bodybuilder thing. But lately, creatine has been shown to increase cognitive function for those of us that are not so young anymore. So I started adding creatine, well, for 2 reasons: cognitive function, and I am going to start lifting again. I've been saying that for a couple of months now, but yeah, I want to get back in shape. And creatine, what it does is it draws water into the muscle cells and it keeps all of the cells hydrated. So your muscles tend to look bigger, because who doesn't want to look bigger? It's like you gotta, like, if you're in the gym, you want to be able to tell. So, but yeah, cognitive function. So fiber and creatine goes in my coffee. Now, if there was one thing that I could recommend to everybody watching this, and what I tripped on the way in here, I have been taking this for a long, long, long time. When I was lifting weights back in the day, Optimum Nutrition Gold Standard 100% whey protein powder. And I've got like 4 different flavors so I can kind of mix it up and so I don't get bored. If that is the one thing, if you're not taking a protein supplement, and this is by far, and I've tried different protein powders, this one I think is the best. And it's a little bit expensive. That big jug is $83, but it lasts you a long time. Each scoop, and the scoops are about this big, all right, 24 grams of protein in one of those scoops. So after a couple of cups of coffee, I do my fiber and my creatine in cup number 1, cup number 2, and the protein. Cup number 2 is just the protein. So before I even start my day, I'm getting 48 grams of protein and BCAAs, branched chain amino acids. It's just full of really, really good stuff. Whether you're, trying to build muscle or not, it's just really good for you. And back in the day, I was lifting pretty heavy and I was doing a lot of protein, and, I looked pretty good, 30 years ago. No, you guys, that was PowerPoint. No, Photoshop. That was Photoshop. Sorry. Just a joke. But I was in pretty good shape. Now, my meds. So, yeah, amlodipine for blood pressure. Metformin, of course, right? For glucose, manages glucose for, diabetes. Right? And on that note, oops, the cap came off. So there's 2 different kinds of insulin. I talked about it in the last video. Novolog, the pen, is the fast-acting insulin. So, and I can tell right away when my glucose starts to go down. And then Semglee is the long-acting insulin. So I do 16 units of this first thing in the morning. It's kind of like metformin. It helps regulate your glucose, So, and this is a new one that I'm not that familiar with. Rosuvastatin. Cholesterol, right? Anybody taking this? I think it's for cholesterol. But I told you guys in the last video, I talked with my primary doctor a couple days ago, and we did lab work. And so my test results came back, and she's like, holy cow, wow, your numbers are really, really good. And I'm like, really? So, this stuff is working. Okay. Now let's talk about vitamins. Of course. Centrum Silver. All right. I was on Amazon and I was looking for, Centrum Bronze, thinking it might be cheaper, or Centrum Gold, but no, all they had was Centrum Silver. So I think it's for old people. I mean, I think like gray hair or something. I don't know. If I had hair, I actually shaved, you guys. This is a lot easier. I'm just saying. Save all kinds of money on shampoo. But yeah, I hope you guys are taking just a really good multivitamin. All right. Really, really good stuff. Full of really good stuff. Then I talked about it in the previous video. For my neuropathy, I'm taking magnesium supplement. And it does, you guys, it does seem to help. It really does. And then someone said, and I forgot to mention it, but vitamin B12 is supposed to be good for neuropathy also. So that's a really good one. And then zinc. Zinc is just a really good overall. Everybody, well, I said in the last video, you guys, I don't have a PhD. Talk to your doctor before you start taking any of this stuff. But I think zinc is something that we should all be taking. And I can't remember the benefits. If I was going to talk about each thing and what it does and what it's good for, this video would be an hour long. But what I am going to do, you guys, in the description below, I'm going to list each thing I'm taking, what it's for, and what the benefits are. And, oh, you know what else I might do? I might include a link to, I don't know, WebMD or Wikipedia or something, and it talks about it like in detail. Okay, so you can, if you want to do your own research, right? Because I want to keep you guys around, you know. And then vitamin D3 is really, really good. Notice there's a little pouch in there. It absorbs moisture. Any of your pills that are in this kind of a gel, kind of a, you know what I mean, a little gel pack or whatever, you can buy these absorption packets on Amazon. They're really cheap. And it just keeps your pills from sticking together, you know. And I've got all my stuff in these Ziploc bags because it takes up a lot less space instead of having all these bottles, you know. I keep everything in this cheap Walmart thing, you know. So vitamin D3, we did that. And then just a really good B complex is always a good idea, right? But talk to your doctor before you do this. Now we're gonna start talking about more like, I hate the word bodybuilding because it sounds like, you know, but just building muscle. We should all be building muscle because, you guys, what I really noticed after my 9 months of chemo and just sitting around and laying around here for almost a year, I lost a lot of muscle mass just being sedentary, right? So, you know, I don't consider myself a bodybuilder, but I'm going to be building muscle because we should all be trying to build muscle. And another tangent, I was thinking about doing a video of just some really easy, really good exercises for those of us our age, you know, just some very simple, just some basic things that you could do just sitting in a chair, whatever. But then I thought, oh boy, what if somebody gets hurt? You know, I don't want that legal liability. So I don't know. I might still do it and then just have a disclaimer at the front of the video. Consult your physician before engaging in any kind of exercise. So bodybuilding kind of a thing, glucosamine. Look at the size of those pills. They're like gigantic, like horse pills. But glucosamine, you guys know what this is. Glucosamine chondroitin. It's for joints, right? For tendinitis. When I lift heavy, sometimes my tendons really hurt. So that's keeps your joints lubed up or whatever. It just really helps. And glucosamine chondroitin takes a while to take effect. I've been taking this for 3 or 4 months now because I knew I would be lifting weights at some point. So glucosamine needs to build up in your system before it starts, you start feeling the effects, right? So I wanted to build that up before I started building me up. I'm going to pump you up. And then this is kind of a weird one. This is ALA, alpha lipoic acid. And it's just This, you guys, this stuff is really, 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 really good stuff. It's a, shoot, what's the word? I'm having a senior moment. Antioxidant. Alpha lipoic acid is like the king of antioxidants. It helps other antioxidants do what antioxidants do, which is protecting your cells. And you guys know the value of antioxidants, broccoli, cauliflower, all that stuff. So yeah, it is really, really good. Good stuff. Then another kind of a weird one. I'll be surprised if anybody takes this, but folic acid. It's another antioxidant kind of a thing. And I wish I could remember all the benefits for each one of these, but I'll do it below, all right? Might take me a half a day just to do that, all the articles and whatnot. But there was something else I was going to talk about. Antioxidants. Oh, another thing that I do once in a while in my coffee, it's called spirulina. And it's algae. It's dehydrated algae, and it's a powder. Really expensive. It's like $30, but it's supposed to be super good for you. I don't know if I can tell the effects, but I put that in my coffee and just kind of whip it up. And by the way, I've talked about this thing before. My little, you guys have seen these, right? Sounds like a dentist. But, this is how I mix my coffee with my protein and my fiber and all that stuff. And then the spirulina. But the spirulina turns my coffee green. So it's kind of like, I don't know. So, yeah. So, one more thing. I don't know if I can recommend it, but you may have seen this stuff. It's a green tea extract, and what it is, fat burner. It's just basically caffeine is all it really is, and it revs up your metabolism, so you burn more calories during your day, right? Just kind of gets you jazzed up, like I need to get any more jazzed up, right? So, I'll do a couple of these in the morning if I'm feeling especially grumpy, Now, I do not recommend this for most of you, but back in the day, I was taking Hydroxycut Hardcore, and this is powerful stuff. They say start with 1 capsule per day, and then if you feel okay, then start taking 2 of them. But these are kind of the same thing. They're both just basically caffeine, but this one is holy cow buckets. It gets me really revved up. So I'm not recommending it, but and again, you guys, I'm not a PhD. Talk to your doctor before you do any of this stuff, okay? But I would be really curious if any of you are taking any of these supplements and vitamins and stuff. And, if there's something that I did not list on here and something you're taking that you think really helps with something, is there something that you guys are taking that makes you less silly? Let me know. Right? I'm just saying. So, yeah, I think that's it. And, and this happened to be sitting on my desk. And yes, of course, I take some of my homemade hot sauce, Scorpion 9. I used to sell this stuff because I had a big garden and I grew all of my own super hot peppers. So yeah, this'll get you jazzed up too. Jeez. What am I forgetting? So whoever has the most points, whoever, is taking the same things that I am, I need to fix this. That does not sound right. Okay, I got to go, you guys. And do something productive. But so may you be well, may you be happy, may you feel safe. That was a terrible Australian accent, but yeah, that's what I wish for all of you. Okay, so have a great day, you guys, and I'm feeling pretty jazzy, so I'm going to get a lot of stuff done. Oh, good, the fire just came back on. Okay, you guys, have a good one. Thanks for your comments, and yeah, leave a comment if there's something I missed. All right, okay, talk to you later. Bye.
Science!